you love coconut, you're gonna love it even more after you watch these episodes of Eat Clean that feature smoothies, snacks, and desserts. Enjoy. Dates are a great way to satisfy your sweet tooth and still stay away from refined sugar. These coconut date bars are no bake and they're made in 2 seconds. They're so fast. So first, let's examine dates. You need 1 pound of pitted dates. These are super soft medjool. I call this the squeeze test. If you can squeeze them between your fingers, you can proceed with this recipe. These dates are often found in gourmet stores. You might also pick up these dates, which are also in the grocery store. They're a little bit more dry and firm. So to use these dates for this recipe, pulse them in the food processor for a couple of seconds. And if your dates are very dry, give them a rough chop before you pulse them. Process them until a paste forms, and then continue with the recipe. But now with our soft dates, let's go ahead and start assembling. Sprinkle 2 tablespoons of coconut. I'm using unsweetened small coconut flakes here, just along the bottom of a square pan. Now we'll take our soft pitted dates. I like to just arrange them evenly along the bottom. And then this is the fun part and a great place to have small hands help you in the kitchen. We're just gonna squish them down until they form a single layer. A piece of parchment is really helpful here. If you were using this date mixture, you would just load that into the pan and spread it out evenly. All right, this looks nice and even. To finish this off, top the dates with a 1/4 cup of toasted chopped walnuts. This not only adds a really nice crunch to our nice, soft, chewy dates, but a good amount of heart-healthy, good-for-you fats. Now we're gonna finish with the rest of the coconut flakes. This is about a tablespoon. And then I always like to add a little bit of sea salt, flaky sea salt, when I'm cooking with dates. It adds a nice texture and it's a nice contrast to the date's sweetness. Now we're ready to serve. That easy. Looks great. Smells wonderful too. All right. Coconut date bars, the perfect bite when you're craving something sweet. You probably already know that beets are a nutritional powerhouse, but are you eating the greens as well? So when you're selecting beets, make sure that you choose beets that have the beautiful green tops because those are so wonderful to cook with. Today I'm going to make a delicious sauté. Start by melting a tablespoon of virgin coconut oil. When you're using coconut oil, which is so great for you, just make sure you're using virgin or pure. You don't want to use refined because refined has been processed and it's sometimes hydrogenated. So stick to the virgin. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of grated ginger. And my kitchen already smells amazing. But I'm going to make it smell even more amazing by adding 1 thinly sliced clove of garlic. We just want to let all the essential oils flavor the oil. To this, I'm going to add my beet green stems. Now these take a little bit longer to cook than the leafy portion. This is very similar to Swiss chard. So just thinly slice them. They need a little bit of a head start, about 2 minutes or so. I think this is a really great greens recipe if you're in a sauteed greens rut. I think everybody uses garlic, olive oil. This just kind of takes it up a little bit more. Season with a little salt. This helps break down the stems faster. So the stems are nice and sauteed, tender. To this, I'm going to add the leaves. So I started out with 1 bunch of greens and it ended up being about 4 cups of leaves and about 1 cup of stems. Now to get this a little steamy, I'm going to add either 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. We'll start with 2. This is just going to help steam the greens, get them off and on their way a little bit faster. A little bit of salt and some pepper. So the greens and the stems are beautifully cooked. Let's get this ready to serve. So remember how many dark leafy greens we had going into that pan? I think it's always really interesting to remember how much they shrink down. But now we have this delicious bowl of nutrient-rich beet greens. Can't wait to try them. The coconut flavor really comes through. Nice earthy beetiness, cannot wait for you to try this. This is gonna be your go-to dark leafy greens saute. This coconut cherry smoothie is one of my favorites to make any time of the year. You just need frozen cherries, coconut water, some lime juice. Couldn't be simpler, and it's so refreshing. So start with 2 cups of frozen cherries. Now, if you're in cherry season, you can certainly use the fresh ones. Just add about half a cup of ice cubes for a nice crunch, slushy texture. Then 1 cup of coconut water. I'm using my favorite product here, which is a raw coconut water. And sometimes if you're really lucky, you get the bright pink ones. It just means there's a lot of antioxidant activity happening in this little coconut. The clear ones are fine as well. And then we're gonna do about a tablespoon of squeezed fresh lime juice. This is such a great pick-me-up in the afternoon when you're sort of feeling a little sluggish. This is just bright and hydrating, super rich in vitamin C too. That's our cherry contribution. And if you grew up loving cherry limeades like I did, this is a nod to a childhood favorite. Okay. Ooh, so pretty and frothy. Cannot wait to dive in. Cheers. So delicious, super hydrating. Gotta love that it's just 3 ingredients. I can't wait for you to try it.